good thing that amateur career left me. Train for any fighter. If he wants to brawl, we can brawl. If he wants to box, I could also box. I could do a lot of things. So I'm gonna be ready this April 9th to be the better fighter.
You're the #1 contender under the WBO. Holder of that belt is Vasyl Lomachenko. It still remains to be seen if he's going to stay at 126. But is that the guy who you have a target on?
Well, right now, if I win, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind taking that fight. But like I said, I don't like saying because I got a fight in front of me. But if everything goes well, any guy that has a belt, I would love to take that fight.
Going into this fight, it seems that people are giving you all the advantages, because you have the youth, you're the prospect here. This is a stepping in class. You're supposed to win, but it seems like when it comes to trainers, Gradovich has the advantage, with Garcia, his former trainer of the year. Do you think that will come into play, the corners?
Oh, no. At the end of the day, it's just going to be me and Gradovich inside the ring. Robert Garcia, he's proven that he's a great trainer, but I got a great trainer too. He's just not as famous as Garcia right now, but he will be. Manny Robles is gonna be known as one of the best trainers out there. Just the fact he's a hard working. If we as boxers train hard, him as a trainer, he works even harder. He is always thinking about new things, working on strategies, and he gives it his 100% inside the gym. And so, I wouldn't be surprised to see Manny Robles as the trainer of the year in later in the years.
Top Rank has a history of building prospects into superstars, and you look like you're on a collision course to be the next one for Top Rank. Is it starting to set in that you're kind of the next guy up that could be the bright star out of the area?
Hopefully. I wouldn't mind being the next star. I'm very excited for this. It's my dream. It's a dream to become a world champion and be an idol for the kids and for a lot of fighters out there. So if that's the case, I'm very excited to become that.
Oscar, Manny's he's the one who's going to advise you in the corner come fight time, but did he advise you when you laid down your bed for the Super Bowl and you ended up knocked out with the hair out there, man?
No, he didn't advise me. I think if he would have done, I would have listened to him. I listened to whatever he says. I really thought it would have, but that's what happens.
Who's been the biggest supporter in your career or even in your life?
Oh, my father. Without my family in general. My mom, everyone, all my family. But my father, I would say him. He's been with me since day one. He's the one that brought me in the gym. He's now here. There's a lot of fathers that are in the corner that sometimes even start problems because they don't know how to manage being a father and a trainer at the same time. My dad's just different. He knows his position with me. He gives Manny his space. He doesn't have to tell me a lot of things. We know each other very well. That just by a simple 2 words, I know what he's trying to say, and he's the reason I'm right here right now.
And what age was that when you first walked in the gym?
I was probably 5, but when I started training, I was like 8 years old.
Oscar, you're taking a former champion who, could throw 100 punches in a single round if you stand in front of him. Can you talk to me about strategy? Are you planning on boxing with them more, or are you planning on banging it out?
Well, whatever he brings. We all know he's an aggressive fighter, but what if he tries to box that day? I'm gonna have to box as well. But I'm expecting the best Gradovich. I'm expecting an aggressive fighter, so I'm gonna be in shape to box all 10 rounds. Or if we have to, I'm brawling up. I don't mind brawling. That's my style. That's the style I like to fight, and it all depends on that night. I'm gonna be ready 100% for this. So that's the good thing that amateur career left me, having different styles. So in the gym, we train 100%. And in the fight, we're gonna give it 110%.
Your experience is what's gonna help out make a big difference in this fight.
Oh yeah, my experience as an amateur and my heart, my trainer, my family, everything's gonna show that night. I'm gonna try to be the smarter fighter that day, and I'm just gonna show it.
And also, a lot of people are calling this the anti-Trump card. And you being, a Mexican Olympian, but you've also lived here. If you could send a message out to Donald Trump, what would you say?
I don't want to say bad words, but just he doesn't deserve that place to become our president. That place is it's a lot of respect, honor. When we look at the president of the United States, we take our hats away from him. But Donald Trump doesn't deserve that. That's my kind way of telling him a lot of things.
On fight night, who has the biggest source of pressure, the rising prospect, yourself, or the battle-tested former champion? Who has more pressure coming into the fight?
I think we're all human and we all have pressure at some moment. You know, we all get nervous during the fight. But once we get in the ring, all that's gonna go away, and he's gonna give it his best, like same as me. But in my case, I don't feel pressured at all. You know, on the contrary, I'm very motivated for this fight. Motivated because this is gonna be a great card, and finally I'm getting a chance to fight with a big name, this Gradovich. You know, and I know if I win this fight, it's gonna put me in a big step closer to my dream, is to fight for a world title. So.
There's a lot of good fights on this card, other than yours, obviously. Which fight are you looking most forward to seeing?
Oh, since Jose Ramirez to Zurdo Ramirez, because I think Zurdo Ramirez is gonna be world champion that night, and obviously the main card, Pacquiao and Bradley. Who doesn't want to see those fights? And but if I were to pick, I would pick Zurdo and Abraham. It's gonna be a great fight.
In this division at 126 right now, it's rumored that in the summer, Leo Santa Cruz is set to face Carl Frampton. How do you see that fight playing out, and would you like to face the winner if possible, you know, with the promotional differences, but what's your take on that whole fight?
Well, I think it's going to be a good fight, but, you know, so I think Santa Cruz is proven that he's one of the big ones right now, and I think Santa Cruz is going to beat him just for the experience and the bigger fighter.
With your skill set, how would you go about, if you were to face Leo Santa Cruz, how would you go about defeating him? Your game plan, your skill set?
I think I would just have to see tapes on him, and I'll box him. That's the easy way to say, but it's not easy. There's a lot of things you could do, but it's easy to say I'll box out of Cruz, but you can't outbox a fighter that just kills. It's on you 100% of the time. But you know, I don't know. Right now, I'm not thinking about it, how to beat him. I'm thinking of how to beat Gradovich, but you know, anything can happen in the future. If in the future they were to tell me I'll fight Santa Cruz, I'll focus myself on fighting, on figuring out how I'm gonna fight him.
With the victory in April, where does that put you as far as title contention, do you think?
Very close. I think if I win in a clear way, you know, I think I'll be very close to fighting for a world title. But if it's a close fight where it's very close and I win by a split decision or something like that, I'll just let that to my manager and just whatever causation they make. But it's been like that since day one. Whatever they say, whatever they tell me, if they tell me I'm ready for the world title, I will gladly take it.
Wait, how do you picture a victory in April? Like in your mind, when you go over the fight in your head, do you see a decision win? Do you see a knockout victory? How do you see it?
Well, I've seen this win in a lot of ways because I think big. I see this going from a decision win to a first knockout win, from a first round knockout win. But it doesn't mean that's going to happen. I just see myself because it's like a movie for me. I'm always thinking about the fight, and I'm always picturing what I'm going to do and what could happen. You know, I know any bad things can happen to me as well, and I try not to be negative. Just go out there and think positive, and just come out with the win is going to be more important for me.
Thank you, Oscar. Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.